I grew up on the farm, and I always loved wildlife area, just regular swamp. I love it. I was born 4 or 5 miles north of Sneads, Florida.
Having heard the stories of his early childhood, I think he would probably say he grew up in a typical way as the son of a farmer in a small farm back in the early 30s and 20s.
We started work about sunup every morning. We'd usually knock off when the mail train blew for noon, lunch.
He always told me, even throughout my life, we'd be out in the field working, and we're some 4 or 5 miles from the train track, and when the old train blows, I have seen him stop and tell me, he said, you know, he said it was such an emphasis in my life as a young man that he said every time I hear that train blow like that, he said I have this urge to just get up and leave and go get on it. You know, in war, most of the time, you're just shooting out there. I think it said 1-point-something million for every time a man was actually killed by a bullet. It was 1-point-something million bullet shot. But this situation was not like that. This situation was face to face.
We were ahead of the landing troops when we went ashore. Each man carried his assault pack. He carried his medicine. If he smoked, he had his cigarette.
The going on the beach was tough. The Japanese had had time to lay out the coordinates of the island. They had it all blocked off into blocks. They had all their artillery and gunfire. The machine guns from the hillsides and what have you were crisscrossed, the same as they were on Normandy with the Germans.
The first group, there was 1 killed. The second group was all killed except 2 men. And if they hadn't run, they'd have been killed.
Marines were bringing in artillery. As soon as those guns rolled in, the spotter called fire in on them, so they'd fire a barrage of mortars.
I was close enough out here, and every word they spoke amongst them. Took Kenny Ann Island, then we went to work round the clock.
They built the airstrip. The B-29 super fortresses were flying to the mainland of Japan. They were loaded so heavy with bombs and gasoline to make that long trip. He said, I mean, they would stay out there, look like they wouldn't gain 30 feet of altitude for miles.
They flew over there with little boy and fat man that ended the war.
In his day of farming, he was always on the cutting edge. He received the Progressive Farmer Award for most progressive farm family. We found out that putting an organic type compost under the cantaloupes would make them mature 1 week early. And that's shaving the frost days as close as you can, because the frost would take you out as far as it'll kill your crop. Mom grew up probably no more than 1.5 miles or 2 miles from her dad, but she was younger.
We lived near each other, you know, like a lot of country people do. And we visited each other quite often.
What I love about him is the bond between him and his wife, Miss Hazel. He just has such a love for her. I think they've been married 65 years, and he loves to tell me they've never had a fight.
The first thing you want to do is to learn to love and eat the things that your wife likes. You'll be cooking yourself if you don't. Y'all have humbled me. You guys have. I don't call myself no show off or nothing. Everything I've earned, I paid for it. With them old big ass.